All right, everybody. I promised you two cow videos, two Capper of the Week videos this week, and I am a man of my word. Video number 2 is here, and I am joined all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, home of the king, everybody. Thank you very much. It is Montana Clayton, and I found out something interesting about Montana Clayton. Real name, not a nickname, not any kind of a nom de bloom, if you will. It's his real name. So
That's my name.
I'm happy to have him. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Glad to be here, man. Long-time fan of y'all.
I appreciate it. And
Yes, sir.
it's you're exactly the kind of guy that when I decided to do this, that I wanted to have on the show, the people that had been out there for a while and have been putting plays in, haven't had an opportunity to get your face in front of the public. So I want to. We got a lot of really good handicappers. I love sharing insights, finding out different things that you do to win. So yeah, I'm excited to have you on the show. I'm excited to find out what your pick is. As you know, the format of the show is him and I will go head to head, each pick an underdog. That's Q Dog right there. Now you missed your Q Dog. We'll each pick an underdog to win outright. Whoever has the underdog that pays off with the biggest payout will be the king of all cappers. And I'm taking on all comers this week because I have had to suit 2 separate underdog plays. Anything from the college card from on Saturday, anything from the NFL card on Sunday or Monday night is fair game. I got to be honest with you. It is rare I don't pick a college underdog, and I didn't love this college card. There was a couple of tempting dogs, but I went both dogs in the NFL. So I've already laid out my pick with whoever gosh,
El Capitan.
thank you, with Brian Gillihan yesterday. I did the show from Port Fourchon, Louisiana, and I took the Giants plus 134. So that play is dead, and we're going to find out what you've got cooked up for today, buddy. So without further ado, by the way, how many times have you been to Graceland?
Many times. At least 5 times I've been there.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is very cool. Got Elvis's jet and everything, and he's got both his planes there, his mansion. You can even stay at the little motel that's right next to it. It's pretty cool.
Now, for people that are just coming in, would you advise taking, because there's like 3 levels of tours? Would you suggest taking the ultimate VIP that includes the jet and all that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You get to go into his jet and actually see. You get to go in Graceland into the mansion. You get to actually walk through a lot of the rooms that Elvis was at. So I highly recommend it.
It's pretty cool. And it's just, if you've never been there, it's just like in a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens to be this pretty, and it's not a gigantic house. It's a big house, but it looks a little out of place, but it's just like in an old neighborhood, like built in the 50s. So it's
Elvis Presley Boulevard.
It's pretty cool. And of course they have they have Beale Street there. They have Lorraine Motel. They still have the Voodoo drugstore.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen that before.
There's a drugstore downtown. At least when I was through there like 20 years ago, where you could go and they had a whole section where you could buy like voodoo stuff, like St. John's Wort and all kinds of it's pretty freaky. It's a thing. So if you haven't done it, if you guys have heard of it, drop in the comment section if you know the drugstore that I'm talking about, that I'm not out of my mind. I have this isn't a friend of the friend. I've actually been in there and bought voodoo stuff, because if you're going to see it, you got to buy some, right? You can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
All right. So let's get to us. Tell us what you got conjured up for this weekend. See what did there.
Well, I was thinking a lot about it, and what I fell on is I like the Jets. This is a historical battle of the AFC. The Jets are actually 5-2, and that's the first time they've been that since 2010. They did lose Breece Hall, unfortunately. He's out for the year. But they also got Michael Carter and a trade from Jacksonville Jaguars, James Robinson. And, I feel like the Patriots, they're kind of a dumpster fire right now. I'm a Bears fan personally, and we all know that the Bears can't convert on 1st and goal. They throw Fields throws interceptions off people's helmets, you name it. And
so sad.
And so the Patriots, I feel like they're, betting against Bill Belichick's not my favorite thing to do, but in this particular situation, I feel like the Jets at +1, I think it's 135 right now on the money line.
Okay.
Is a live dog. I mean, this goes all the way back. Unfortunately, the Jets have not beat the Patriots more than one time since week 16 in 2015, and they hate each other. So I feel like this is a live dog. The Pats they give up 240 yards to the Chicago Bears, 5.5 yards a carry. They gave up a bunch on the ground to the Packers, a bunch to the Ravens. Um, and I feel like that's my underdog pick this week. I also like, on the side note, another underdog pick. I know this might not count, but I like the Phillies' first game against the Stros. They have a historical. They usually like to win the first game, and then
Mm-hmm.
the Stros usually come and beat them on the back end. But I like the Phillies too. But my actual pick will be the Jets on the money line at plus 135.
Very good. You know, I was really surprised that the Phillies are going to go with Nola instead of Wheeler.
Yeah,
They had Wheeler announced. I based pretty much all my picks on Wheeler being the pitcher, and then they've changed that out a couple hours ago. So I'm not thrilled with the pitching change because I like the. There's a couple things I liked in that first game that aren't quite as exciting with Nola instead of Wheeler. So hopefully we'll get a good appearance out of Nola. Now I saw this on. I was watching Good Morning Football today because it's kind of what I do, and they said that the Jets and the Patriots haven't met where the Jets had a winning record and the Patriots had a losing record, I believe, since 1996 or 1997. So yeah, Bill Clinton was in the White House.
wow,
Were you alive? What year were you born?
86.
Okay, okay.
That's the
So
reason I'm a Chicago Bears fan. My dad loved the Bears in 85 and 86.
well, that was it's two pretty good years. Two
Yeah,
pretty good years. So your dad said, "I'm going to like the Bears the last season they're good. So enjoy that."
yeah,
And he's
yeah.
doomed you to a lifetime of Bears fandom. I did like the Bears in that spot against New England. I had that as my play of the day. I really liked them, and like you said, what's surprising to this New England defense is their inability to stop the run. The Bears just gashed them. They gave up 243 yards on the ground, almost 5.5 yards a carry, and that's not a recipe for success against the Jets because whether it's Brees Hall, like you say, or whether it's going to be Robinson, whether it's going to be other backups that are running there, this is a Jets team that's committed to the run. So I think they should have success. Plus, the big gigantic elephant in the room. How much faith does Belichick have in those starters? And he's gonna start Mac Jones. We're gonna give him the hook again. Did Mac Jones get the hook because he was injured? Does Belichick really not have any faith in him? You don't hear New England in quarterback controversy. You haven't heard that phrase in a long time.
Long
But
time.
they got one. They got one now. Is they've got two quarterbacks that are pretty. I think Zappy's a rookie, and there
Yeah.
could be some future there for him. But Mac Jones had a very good rookie year, so we'll see what happens. But the quarterback and situation in disarray, yeah, why not fade that? I'm with you.
I also feel like the Patriots just gave up. I mean, I feel like they didn't have any like sense of urgency at the end of the game. There's still
Nope.
6 minutes left. They had plenty of time, and they
Hmm.
just kind of just kept running the ball and just kind of lackluster about it. I feel like that. Until Belichick, I'm sure he will get a very good team together soon. But the one that he's got now is just it's okay. I feel like it's the Jets' turn. They're undefeated on the road. I know that their road and home splits are different, 4-0 on the road. And
Hmm.
I know the preseason's the preseason, but we did beat the Eagles. The Jets did beat the Eagles in preseason. Like I said, I know it's preseason, but I
Okay.
feel like the Jets really haven't had any mistakes the last few games. Nothing major. I feel like, I just feel like Zach Wilson's a good quarterback. I feel like he's gonna, you know, he does make mistakes, but what team don't? And
Oh,
anything could happen. It's professional athletes. That's kind of what the whole thing is about. But I just love the Jets in this one. I know it ain't a big plus money play. It's a little bit over even money, but I feel confident in this play.
all right, very good. I'm going to go with another NFL play, and I'm looking at a little battle between the NFC and the AFC as the Commanders travel to Indy to take on the Colts. I got the Commanders at plus 130, and I like that as an underdog play. This Colts team finally making the change at quarterback, getting Matt Ryan out of there. And that was a kind of a weird season for Matt Ryan as he was right up there in touchdown passes, but he led the league in interception. He had 11 fumbles, only lost 3 of them, but he still was good for at least one fumble a game. And now they're going to replace him. I'm not sure Ellinger is going to be the answer. Of course, he was a rookie last year coming over from Texas, hasn't had any real starting experience. But what I'm most concerned about is this Colts team that just can't run the football. Now, I know Taylor's been hurt for a lot of the season, but he's played about half the games, and the Colts are still 30th in rushing. They were 7th in passing. I think that takes a step backward with Ellinger in there. Of course, the Commanders playing with a backup quarterback and Taylor Heineke. I've always liked the kid. He is a gamer. He doesn't quit. This is a Commanders offense that, again, really likes to run the football as well. And I think they're going to have some success against this Indy team. Like I said, I didn't love this card, but this is a play that I like. We saw Washington take care of Green Bay last week. We saw them go to Chicago and do just enough to win. I guess is about all I could say. They managed to get some turnovers at the right time. Meanwhile, this is an Indy team that showed up against Tennessee last week and scored just 10 points. So we'll see what happens. Indy has scored 20 or less in 4 of their last 5. I think we're going to have a low-scoring affair. I think the Washington Commanders will prevail in the end. Give me the Commanders plus 130.
I like it. And that I made a lot of money on that over interceptions prop with Matt Ryan.
Oh,
almost every game over. I bet his over on interceptions.
There's going to be some people sorry to see him go. No question about it. All right, man. So there you have it. Montana has picked the New York Jets to continue the woes of the New England Patriots. And I have taken the Washington Commanders as the NFC East overall is rising, he said confidently, against the Indianapolis Colts, playing in a division that nobody seems to want to win there, except maybe Tennessee on occasion. Are you a Tennessee fan as well?
I'm a Derrick Henry fan.
Okay.
I do love watching him. He's a beast. I mean,
yeah, really. I really feel I really am afraid they've worn him out. Because there's a line about 300 carries in the NFL, and guys, once they get to that 300 carry mark, generally their career starts to fall off, and he has done that consistently for the last 3 years. Of course, he was hurt last year, but he averaged per game the most carries he'd ever averaged in his career last season. So I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like the best years may be behind him. Running back shelf life pretty short anyway. So we'll see. If anybody could rally, it'd be that guy, because that guy absolutely. He runs angry, and once he gets in the open field, he is fast. He is football fast, as they say. You put him on a clock, he probably runs a 4.5, 4.55, something like that. You put him in the open field, cornerbacks ain't catching him. So he's football fast, baby. Hey, man, have a great weekend. Thanks very much for joining me. I'm glad that we were able to work it out. We had some internet problems yesterday. As you said, your internet had been flawless right up until the time we were ready to go on the air. So
absolutely, that's how it works for me, though.
that's how it works for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we were able to work it out today. We'll get those picks out, and of course, it's Sunday, so you don't even have to scramble, because there's 2 NFL. They got the full 2 days to take a look at them. So appreciate you being here, man. Good luck going forward. And there's no limit. If you win it again this week, I'll have you on again. So
nice. I'd love to be here again. And thanks for having me. I'm a longtime fan. I watch you guys. I've been watching y'all for a while.
Well,
the other Scott, that dude, he's smart as a whip. I tell you.
He's a sharp kid, man. He has a head for remembering details that it's just, apparently when you don't piss away your 20s with weed and booze, your brain still works.
Yeah.
And you can remember shit.
That's right.
Who knew? Hey, you want to be a successful sports bettor? Live a clean life in your 20s, folks. All right. I'm here to help. I know you're not going to have much fun. You're going to spend all your time watching sports, but you will make money and you will be profitable. You won't be married. Right. You won't have a girlfriend. I'm just saying, everything's a trade-off. But no, he's a great kid. We just did the college show, and I do miss doing our daily show, and we'll see what happens. Maybe basketball season we'll get back together, but I have nothing but good things to say about my young friend from Long Island. So, and thanks very much, Clayton. I appreciate the Montana. It's going to take a minute for me to do that. I appreciate the kind words and from a longtime viewer, and hopefully you've gotten some decent picks. Hopefully you've learned a little something, and most importantly, hopefully you know when to jump off me when I'm running cold. So, you know, when I get in those cold streaks, man, you got to get away. So
That's right. That's right.
all right. Well, I appreciate it. Have fun down there in Memphis. And maybe I'll come down and see it. Like I said, I wanted to see. We talked a little bit before the show. I want to see if the dogs are still running because my kids have never seen the dogs run, and they've closed the tracks just about everywhere. And West Memphis is one of the last places to still run the dogs. So maybe I'll sneak down here before the year is up and check out the dogs. We'll have lunch or something. You can show me where the good barbecue is on Beale Street.
I can do that for sure.
You can be one of the latest people to fail to convince me that Memphis barbecue is better than KC.
I know KC's barbecue is pretty good.
It really is. And if you ever get up this way, man, lunch is on me. I promise. All right, I'll take you out and we'll grab
Same here, man.
All right, that's a deal. Hey, Montana Clayton, thanks for being on the show, man, and congrats on a nice week for sure. Is the guy that is consistently right up there. If you're not looking at his picks, if you're not tailing his picks, you're doing yourself a disservice because you absolutely should. He puts up a lot of winners each and every day. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Go out there and clean the board. No losers, all winners in the college and the NFL. No L's on the sheet. Let's go out there and kill them bookies. All right. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.